The bridges, I should point out, are just like wooden, like plank bridges. They actually are not in the best of shape.
Mm-hmm.
Just a forewarning on that. So, like, you have to be very careful, like, navigating them. As to the rest of the islands here, there's really, like, barely any man-made structures. You see, like, what's left of a tower on the second island, and you see what's left of a tower up on the top of the third one here, this larger island.
Okay. You know what? I'll actually go in and I'll take a quick peek around this one and see maybe if there's anything interesting about it before heading up to the next one.
Go ahead.
Perception. Sneezes.
Bless you.
Oh, right. I'm terrible at looking around. Why am I doing this?
You find a Vargas egg.
Oh, huh.
I'm kidding, no.
Let me just toss that into the ocean. There we
go. No, there's really nothing in here. It looks like it's just, like, completely rubbled away, and there's nothing of value. Perhaps this was like an old watchtower, part of an old watch area that was along the coastline.
So I suppose the other one was maybe the more important main structure.
Perhaps.
Well, let's try crossing this one.
All right. As you're crossing, position yourselves where you are right now for the start of this. And I need anybody who's on the bridge to please make a dexterity roll. Acrobatics, if you have it.
Nope, but I get a 14.
You feel a rumbling right under you. From where you are.
Ooh.
Shouldn't have had those tacos, exactly. And then, it almost as quick as the rumbling stops, you see, like, to the out, like, super fast out of the corner of your eye, a giant head poke out of the.
Oh, here it is. Hey, there we go.
Yeah,
very big.
We very rarely get big monsters on here. This large creature is unlike anything you've ever seen before. It is its gaping mouth is like wide open with its jaws like just gnashing with lots and lots of little sharp serrated teeth. It has like a crest of fins along its back and its head on the ridge. And it looks to be a giant sea serpent of some kind. The so-called fabled cetus that Arier mentioned to you is now in front of you. You notice like along its back, very where the ridges are that I mentioned, little bits of power seem to emanate from it. If you didn't know any better, it was as if it was like static electricity.
Oh dear.
And roll initiatives, please.
Yep, it's fight time. It didn't even say hello. It just decided to attack. So terrible.
It has no manners.
6 stunned points on initiative.
I didn't. I had to clean the initiative turn. Sorry.
Oh. Well, let me go ahead and just add myself back real quick and then adjust it.
I don't know why I was about to type that. No, actually, it didn't have to. It will replace our old initiative rolls with the new initiative rolls.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. There are problems when you transition map to map where only the GM might see them, but, yeah.
By the way, I wish you luck.
Well, we'll see if we can single-handedly take this down.
I wanted to throw something really difficult at you today, but I did scale it back a bit because Tyler's not here.
Yeah.
On the plus side, though, if you all die, he lives.
Yup. And then they get to continue on the adventure that they don't actually have.
I wonder where the Orlesian would go.
Every man for himself, obviously.
Everywhere but Orlais.
So the creature actually does go first. Or
Alright.
not. No, Acedia, you have 19. You should be going first.
Again, I don't know what I'm typing. What's that? No, you made me re-roll. I have a 15. You changed it back to a 19.
Apologies.
Right, yeah, we just added ourselves back. Okay.
Yeah, I was
So-
waiting for you to add me back, but I assumed if you didn't, you would assume I didn't roll, and I wouldn't be in the combat.
It's all right. So it's going to now. It literally sees you, Percival, and it just snaps its jaws in your face.
Alright, let's do it.
You see these massive jaws coming down on you. Uh, 16.
That's a hit.
Uh-oh. 14 damage.
Reduced to 4.
Motherfucker.
Full plate armor. Heavy
10
armor
armor?
specialist.
Hey,
You are a walking tank.
Yup.
Heavy armor
Oh,
specialist is a thing in this game?
Yes. Percival, it's your turn. You see, like, this creature, like, literally, like, snake out of the water and clamp down on you as if it's trying to swallow you whole.
Alright. Percival's gonna look at this and go, nope, that's not working. Shield. And I'm gonna drop the shield, and I'm going to pull out the two-handed sword to strike it with.
Okay.
So, with the nice big sword, I'm going to try chopping up the big fish. That is 16 with 6 stun points. This is going.
That's a hit.
This is going real well. So, I also have discounts on lightning attack and mighty blow. So that only costs me 3 stun points. So I'm going to do 2 more to pierce its armor. And then there's no point in skirmishing or anything, I don't think.
Oh, you could get off the bridge.
Yeah, I'm gonna skirmish off the bridge afterwards. So boop, we'll go over here where it's a little bit safer. And let's roll damage. So first of all, the mighty blow
Okay.
comes out to 12.
you rolled all ones.
Yeah, real good showing for the dual hander thing, real quick.
Wow.
Let's see.
The minimum damage. I love it.
Oh, when I hit any point, I can move the target 2 yards in any directions because it's just such a heavy hit. That's great. And then I will go ahead and use Lightning Strike. Let's try to hit it again. Oh, that first one was Pierce Armor, I suppose, by the way.
I marked it in.
Okay. 17 is hit on the second one for 17 damage. There you go. That's slightly more palpable.
Okay, you notice that your sword like cuts through it pretty easily, and the creature yelps in pain and agony.
Wonderful.
I think he means like he's a journeyman in heavy armor or something like that.
Our armor training is what it actually is.
Yeah.
No, because that doesn't do anything for plate. Sorry, no, I'm reading novice.
It
I
removes
mean,
the dexterity penalty. is the
okay, yeah.
important part.
You said it like it reduced the damage, and I'm like, that's the D&D thing. That's not a thing here.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. Well, I have struck a mighty blow against you, beast. This quest is mine.
Acedia, it's your turn. But I hope I didn't make this too easy. That's a hit. Okay.
Now reload.
Good.
Straightforward, simple turn. Marius. turn, baby.
Marius.
Telekinetic weapon.
That you now.
So
Yep.
Percival gets a +7 on attack to damage for his weapon, and pierce armor costs 1 less.
Oh boy! All of a sudden, Percival, you see your giant sword, just like glimmer with what looks like a force field around it, as if there is like some magical force that is now surrounding it and like shimmering off of the blades. You notice that it feels even stronger to the touch and gives it an extra kick when you swing. The Thedas is not happy. It's going to dive. So it like pokes its head up. You slash it, and its head back down.
What? No, come back here, coward.
He ain't stupid.
You're supposed to be a dumb beast.
You suspect that the creature is probably like swimming somewhere else. That's its turn. Percival, what are you doing?
Well, it's run away. I'm just here on shore, just shouting at it, "Get back here, you dumb beast!" It's underneath the water. I believe if I were to try to shoot it, say, with a bow, it would probably just hit the water and immediately lose all momentum.
Yep.
So,
Because
I'm
this,
just
you know,
shouting at it.
because yeah, you're not getting anywhere with it.
This for fun.
Acedia.
I'll go invisible to the creature.
Okay. Marius.
How much damage does Percival take?
4.
Took like 4 points.
Yeah, I'll give him a quick heal.
Yeah, near impossible to fail now, I think,
yeah,
isn't it?
I'm just
Oh, you
going
actually
to.
can't fail.
I can't fail. No. Yes, my
But
magic
3
damage
stun
magic
points.
focus. Just, I'm going to just minus the cost of the spell.
On the creature's turn, after you do the heal,
Thank you.
for 1, on the creature's turn, you out of the water near the area where you are, it just shoots up again, and this time it tries to wrap itself around you, Percival.
Oh boy. Well, I'm really easy to hit now. I don't have the shields, so. That'll hit.
Ooh. Okay, 2 stunts on that as well. It's gonna mighty blow you on top.
Ooh,
Actually,
okay.
hold on. Let me check something.
Yeah, see if it has like a pierce armor discount or something.
Something like that, but it costs 3, not 2. Okay. It already has penetrating on this, so it's going to mighty blow you. So 14 plus 1 on top, so 15 damage penetrating.
All right, and that ignores all armor, or was it half? Just to be clear.
I'm 90% sure it's half.
Okay, so 15 minus 5, so 10 damage. Yep, that is a hefty squeeze.
And you are basically coiled in the creature. So what that means is you're basically you're grabbed by the Thedas at the moment. And it can maintain the coil as a minor action and inflict this damage without making an attack roll from now on. If you wish to escape, You must use a major action to make a strength or dexterity test versus the Thedas' strength.
Right, he's got like 7 there, which is a little spooky.
It's a little higher.
Oh, even more. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I guess I will have to ask. So if I am grabbed, the only thing I can do is try to escape.
Yes.
Okay, good. So I will try to escape.
That's the next move from it. I should point that out, Acedia.
Or dragged to the water. Yeah.
So you
Here's
can
my one
use.
shot with a 12.
All right, it's going to do its strength now.
I believe it needs to roll a 5
Yeah, it gotcha.
on 3 dice. Yeah. Well, no escape for me. Been nice knowing everybody. That leads us to... You don't know this. Yeah.
So that was your major. You still have a minor.
What can I even do with a minor action as I am...
Go. I don't know. Go total defense or something.
Sure. That'll give me like +2, I think.
Anyway, Acedia, what are you doing? That's a hit. Ooh, nice shot.
Reload.
Like you see, Percival, you see like crossbow bolts like hitting the creature like from its side out of nowhere, and you're surprised by that because Marius doesn't have a crossbow.
A little preoccupied with other pressing issues. Literally
Yes.
pressing.
Maybe it's Lucius who is asleep in the corner. Marius, your turn.
Mind blast.
Ooh, interesting
Can
choice.
because it's such a big creature, can I get the creature without getting Percival?
The way it's coiled up around him, it would be within the vicinity of it regardless.
Okay.
Like, technically, if we're going to be doing the map here, Percival is, like, right in the middle of him right now.
That sort of screws that. It's a strength. Might.
For resist?
Yeah. So, might as well give it a shot.
Well, it goes off. He resists.
Yeah, he's got to roll less than 10. So,
Yeah, if you're doing anything strength-based, that's probably the one thing not to do against this guy. So, all right,
so it just loses major action on its turn.
Son of a bitch. All right. And Percival, you should roll too.
All right. Strength test. Let's do it. 12.
You got might.
Nope. Not this time.
Okay.
Well, this is going to be very bad for you then. Not only that, but you're also, I think, lose your entire turn, right?
So technically, he goes prone and loses his major action.
Well, he's not going to, can't go prone, obviously, but anyway.
Yeah.
The Thedas takes you, and since it can't attack, it's going to dive into the water instead and move.
Yay, water.
I'm just putting... So you are now technically in the water at the moment. And you know, actually no, it can't hold you and move at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Because of the action. So you know what? Everything I just said is a lie. It's gonna continue holding you.
All right, so it stays there instead. Got it. Just need to wait for it to return to the mortal realm here.
Oh, you can't see it?
No.
Go.
There we go.
Like, I'm doing like 3 different layers right now on this because of the way this fight works.
Yup.
So the Thedas, it can't retreat and do what it was planning to do, but it is holding you down. So.
Yup.
And
And then when my turn comes around, my major action's gone.
Yeah, so you can't even escape. And as that minor, by the way, it's technically still squeezing you.
Okay.
So it does inflict damage without making an attack roll.
Alright, go for it.
So. 19.
Alright, reduced to 9. Still alive,
All
baby.
right. For now. All right, that's the Thedas. Percival, you're basically done.
Yup. So go ahead and move
Thedia.
on.
You know, there's no rules on drowning in this game.
I did look that up. I have a plan for it. It would be requiring some. It would be requiring some Constitution rolls.
I think if the guy in heavy metal armor ends up in too deep of water, he might just be doomed.
Anyways, I hide and then I backstab.
Backstab.
That's a hit. You're whittling it down. You're noticing like a lot of blood coming out of the Thedas at this point. Marius.
So, if I cast Force Field on the creature, will Percival just pop out of being constrained?
Man,
That's
if
a valid. That's a valid question. Hold
if
on.
it's holding him, wouldn't the force field go around him as well?
It doesn't
That's what I'm
say.
thinking.
It doesn't say an area is affected. It says a subject is affected.
Mm-hmm.
So
it would only affect him.
So
and
then would it
what
not
it's-
be like a what do you call it? Like you know, in sci-fi when the starship the door closes and somebody's halfway between, would you not just kill him instantly? It seems
may
to
I make
me that it has to surround him because it prevents his movement.
Yeah.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Put the force field around Percival.
That was the second option, but I just thought the first one would be
So
funny.
much
Just
easier
you go,
there.
I honestly, I don't know. I in my head, if you surround the creature, because he's trapped in it, like you also surround Percival at the same time. If you do it on around Percival, the creature has to drop it.
Yup.
Hey, you hit.
Yeah. So for 1 round, Percival's in a force field.
The force field doesn't move, right?
No, it can't move.
So Percival is floating on the water top?
Or wherever he was held.
Right. Well, I'm assuming since the creature's intent was to go underwater, he's either in the air, being just floating in a bubble,
Yes,
or he's on top of the water, floating in a bubble.
he is in the air, floating on top of a bubble.
Which means that there's a possibility then that he takes fall damage. So he hits.
Well, it'll fall into the water.
Oh, in heavy armor, the previous death condition we just mentioned.
Oh well, that's no. I don't know what to tell you
I know
there.
that it takes how long. I know how long it takes to get out of heavy plate mail armor in D&D, and I'm pretty sure a human being can't hold their breath that long if they're not trained to do it.
I think it would be fair to say Percival's going to take a free action at this point to look at Marius and say, I'm deeply uncomfortable with everything about this situation.
Limited options.
Let's see what the serpent does. How smart is it?
it loses grip of you from anything under its own accord and just stares. And since it's lost grip, it's going underwater. So now it's hiding again.
Okay. And I am now in a floating bubble.
It's your turn.
I believe there's literally nothing I can do right now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You can, if
Would it
you
be
got any
reasonable to
place,
say that I can try to ready to at least kick off from the force field when it seems like it's about to go, just to get myself back to land and crash?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll allow that. If you can do an acrobatics check with a penalty.
Sure. So this is going to be dexterity for me because I don't have acrobatics, and then we have extra penalty. So starting from 17.
Even with the penalty, you would have made it. You at least get like it's a slightly rough fall.
Ah.
Like I would roll damage, but it would do nothing to you right now. So, but you are like on the edge of the land right now.
Still alive. Let's see how long my hubris holds up.
Acedia.
Reload and go invisible.
Okay, Marius.
how rough is Percival looking at the moment?
He looks pretty rough right now.
Are you pretty hurt?
Yes, he's looking pretty beat up right now. He's got bruising all over.
There's a heal.
4.
There we go.
Little bit there.
Teeny tiny bit.
Oh.
You are how many yards away from the shore there, Marius?
2 squares, so 4 yards.
Oh, good. That's enough reach. Did it pop up? There it is.
There he is.
You see
Hey,
it
buddy.
pop up, and you see it immediately try to, basically try to coil you up, Marius, because it doesn't like you right now for casting all this shit. That's what I want to see. 21.
Don't roll too high, or else you'll one-shot me.
You're not going to like what it does. I'm so sorry ahead of time.
I mean, it would be almost completely new party, that's all.
You said you were within 2 yards of it?
4.
Oh, 4 yards? All right, I need you to roll a Constitution Stamina test. And
Yeah,
I
had that.
I also need Percival to roll it too.
Oh boy.
First of all, can't
Stamina
be hurt
test.
though, or did the force field go down already?
It's gone down.
Yeah. It only lasted one turn.
I didn't know we already went a full circle.
It went by pretty quickly. 11.
Both of you will fail. You notice as it reaches down to coil you up, like electric, like shocks just start arcing off of its back as if it's like anger, and then like in a roar as it coils you. Both of you get hit with electricity.
Oh boy.
So this is for both of you.
Oh man, this is Marius's karma.
What?
Yeah, so what
Oh,
happened?
you rolled
rolled
26. That's great. And you rolled a 4. I'll take it.
No, it's supposed to be a 2d6. That's not what we're doing. There, I fixed it now.
There we go.
That's 9 penetrating damage to both of you, just with the electricity.
Okay.
And now for the coil on you, and that he used up 3 stun points on that.
Oh yeah, it had like 4 to start with, didn't it?
And on top of that, Marius, you're taking 15 penetrating, so you're taking 24 penetrating total. And he's going to use his last point to skirmish with you out into the ocean with him coiled.
Marius is still conscious.
Yep.
Quick, Marius, tell me who your next of kin is.
They're all dead.
That's very fucked up, actually.
Are they? I thought they were just dishonored or something.
No, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna make this real easy.
Let's see. I
Do
could
the-
pull out the longbow.
Do the Starship Troopers thing. I just shoot you. Put you out of your misery.
Oh, there is a spot I can actually reach him from. Right here.
Right on the
Bear-
cliff edge.
There we go. Right at the cliff edge. Barely hanging on as he gets dragged down to the water. Let's do the two-handed.
Go for it.
There we go,
That-
with 2 stunt points. I'm
That's a
going
hit.
to... I'm gonna lightning attack. Because I can do it for cheaper. So, first of all, first hit, 19 damage.
Plus
Ooh.
7, so 26 in total.
Oh,
And 14 plus another 7.
what's the total for both?
50 points. Oh no,
15, 21.
27,
26 plus 21. So,
30.
I do want to point out you typed
So-
it there. You can actually do math and roll 20.
I know, but these each needed to be individual totals because armor reduces on both of them. It is 47, yeah, as a total. I don't know if it actually has armor.
Well, you
I
know what
just
you do
looked it
there,
up.
then? Is you take that half total of armor, multiply it by 2, and subtract it from 47. It's
I
literally...
don't know how to multiply by 2.
You're
What
the
do I
math
have, a
expert here.
math-based
I
degree?
suck at math. You're good at math. I don't know why you're struggling with this.
I'm just throwing out numbers.
The roller
here,
is a
don't worry.
calculator.
So, how does it react to taking 47 damage in a turn? as I just take a massive two-handed blade and bludgeon it with it.
You, my God, that telekinetic weapons is a +7 just because of your spirit, right?
Magic.
And this is all with it added in.
Yeah, +7 because of your magic, which is already like Herculean.
It's going up to 8 next turn. That level, so.
Oh god.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that killed it. He had exactly 47 left.
Exactly.
He has no armor, so. But he has like a lot of hit points and does a lot of damage quick. The creature, you see it like squeezing the life out of Marius, but you like just get to the cliff. You go in and immediately slash. You strike the creature deep with a cut, and then you take your blade and go the other way. You strike it deep with another cut, and almost like a tree, you see the 2 cuts with blood oozing out of the wound. It is so deep that the creature, is struggling to maintain. Marius drops into the water as you see the creature literally snap in half and float into the water, dead.
Victory! Yeah.
Marius, you
I'm-
need to now swim.
Yeah, I'm in heavy leather armor, which is medium armor, I think.
It's still light armor, actually.
Yeah, it's still
It-
light. You're fine with that.
Yeah.
It does have a slight dex penalty, but we'll see how much that matters.
I need you to do a
yeah, minus
swim.
1 penalty. That's all.
This is a swim check here, I believe, is Constitution.
Come on, swimming. Certainly, after all that training with the Grey Wardens, you can swim.
You're able to stay afloat, and you can like find like a area where it's like a little more shallower, so you can like get on land if you want.
Right. You could basically like swim over to like the shallow island here and then get back on, I think. Which
Yeah.
would be the most sensible thing.
You killed a creature that had over 100 HP in 4 rounds.
I did half of its HP in one.
I legit thought this would be like a challenge. Instead, it was too easy.
I
He
mean, it
literally
was.
could instant kill us if he wanted.
He couldn't, and didn't roll high enough on that, unfortunately, with the stun points.
Oh yeah.
Oh, if you guys were like just another yard closer, it would have been 3d6 electricity penetrating.
Oh geez. Yeah, that'd be rough. So let's see. Quick breather in case it matters. Let's check out healing again. Just to be certain. 5 plus constitution plus level. So that would be constitution 2. So that is 12 that are recovered. Just taking a quick breather. Bam.
Yeah, you take like 5 minutes and gather your bearings. You see the bloody stumps of the creature like just floating, and then it like starts to like slowly sink. Like
Wait,
you see,
No,
that could have been food.
we need proof.
Quick, to the boat, to the boat.
you head back to make your little rowboat, and you go to the area where the thing is still like barely floating. What do you do? What do you do with the carcass of the Thedas?
Do we have any rope?
Do you?
No.
I don't. I'm
None of you come. None of you come prepared with anything.
It was
I'm a
the
noble. I
rope.
came prepared with money.
The rope and everything important was with Werlin and Roden, and they're dead.
Here, look, I'm just gonna hold on to it. You row a little bit, and we'll take it back to the island and think about it from there.
Did you
Well,
not Did you not get their stuff?
I got the important things. I didn't worry about the stuff like tents and sleeping equipment.
Clearly.
If I may, if I may,
Yes.
always bring rope if you're doing a game like this.
Oh, definitely.
In
But we're
fact,
seeing the intersection between Tevinter Noble, who didn't think of it, and Ferelden Noble, who didn't realize that questing would require it.
one of these days, like maybe after the other game that I'm planning to do, like there's another tabletop game which is basically RPG survival mode all the time,
Mm-hmm.
where like literally like weight and encumbrance matter.
Ooh.
And if you ever want me to run like that for a day or two, let's see how well you do on that, because like good luck is all I'm gonna say. It is brutal.
Oh yeah, I mean if I go into planning overdrive, that'll be a thing. But for right now, we're just gonna go ahead and beach it real quick, take our
Yeah.
breather.
You beach the one of the part of the body of the creature. It's still like a little like power to the touch, so be careful, because like when you touch it, you get like a little bit of a static shock.
Why does my hair keep frizzing up and going into the air? What is this? But you mentioned that there was like one more tower on this beach, so
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and take a minute, wander over, check it out, just out of curiosity.
there's a ruined base of a tower at the very top, and you see like some stone steps that lead to this like area here.
Mhm.
Perceptions if you want to look inside.
Sure. Take a peek around. 11.
Looks dirty to you. Marius, you have 6 stun points. What would you like to do with them?
Jeez.
Efficient search, object of attention. Yep, just those two.
Oh, can you getting text messages from my interns from work?
Oh boy.
They're asking how come the hours weren't put in yet. Now I have to double check them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I forgot to put them in.
I guess
did.
if you want to handle the perception check, we could go ahead, do that, take a quick break, handle your interns, and come back.
It literally takes 2 seconds, and then
Oh,
I
okay.
already put them in, so I don't know what the issue is. Okay, well, I fixed it. Anyway, what was that, 17? And what were you using your thing for?
Speed search and object of attention.
Okay. You notice something within the rubble that's shiny.
I'll grab it.
You pull it out. It looks like it's a jeweled, a jeweled short sword. Maybe ceremonial. But you notice like the jewels on it, upon closer inspection, are embedded runes. And you notice the short sword itself is made out of tempered red steel.
Oh, fascinating.
You can use a arcane lore cunning to try and identify the runes. The 14.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a. It looks like it is enchanted with a rune of striking, novice level, and a rune of fire, novice level.
Ooh.
What does striking do? Is that add to damage or attack?
It adds a +1 to attack.
Okay.
And the rune of fire adds +1 damage to that element.
Yep. I'll throw away my crappy short sword and sheath this one.
You take your short sword and just toss it into the pile. Somebody else will find that later.
You say pile, but for Marius, that's literally just on the ground and assumes that it's still with him.
Yes. I also would ask Marius to please roll 3d6.
That's 3d6 fire damage as you trigger the trap.
No, you scrounge up what looks like about 15 silvers. As well in the region. And in fact, Percival, with your terrible perception roll 1d6.
Yay, 4.
You find 4 silvers.
Wow. It's like searching the cushions back at home. So, Marius, I have a question. So we're the only two that came out here onto the boat. And just on the boat.
Probably.
And we fought that thing. And neither of us own crossbows.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd the crossbow bolts come from?
Oh, is he still alive? I thought he died.
Who's still alive?
Well, actually, am I still aware of Mosca? Or has he made me forget of him?
That's up to Mosca. I don't know.
Now that Mosca's not really Mosca
I believe
anymore.
early on you already
forgot that I
bypassed that.
was talking to. Well, see, I can't make you forget all the stuff you already know about Mosca. I can only make you forget within a certain time frame.
Okay.
So, like, if you turned around and saw me shooting a crossbow, I can make you forget that. Yeah. However, I can't make you forget the last month of activities we've had together.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just say, I thought he died. He's
Who?
got all my money. Gotta find him. Where is he?
I'm very confused. He's dead and has all of your money, but is still here, and you weren't certain.
I think
and he's still shooting people.
I think he's just very shy. He doesn't like to be around people. He always disappears and then pops up every now and then. Mostly steal stuff.
I will go ahead and call out, mystery friend, if you're around, just show up. Say hello.
Is your next plan to start saying Beetlejuice 3 times?
Yes.
Might be just as effective.
If you're in our presence, give us a sign.
Quick, Marius, hold up this mirror. I have Bloody Mary to say.
And I'll just look over to Marius after, like, what I presume is zero response and say, well, he's somewhere here, but I don't see him anywhere. How could he possibly be hiding? These things are nearly flat. There's like 3 bushes.
He's probably in one of the 3 bushes.
Hold on, I've yet to call on the Candyman.
Yeah. I'll like take a rock, I'll throw them at each of the bushes. Like, you're probably not even in them because you're just invisible. I'm just like, not in any of those.
Oh, you've initiated combat with me. Now I can instantly turn invisible.
I'll just look and say, is he part fish or something? Did he dive into the water and disappear? Is that it?
No. But I was going to ask him if he could look for the lair. But, yeah.
The lair of that thing?
I'm guessing it's an underwater lair, maybe, if it has a lair.
It is a sea creature, I would assume so.
And I can't really swim, and it doesn't look like he could really swim either.
Right, it's beyond men to possibly go beneath the waves for more than a moment. I don't think this is a good idea in any capacity. But we've at least done our duty, we have some evidence, and if our friend would perhaps show up, they could share in some of the glory. Celebratory handshake? Nothing? Well, fine then. I'll go ahead. I'll return to the boat, and I'm just realizing Rob has stepped away.
Oh yeah, he's been away for a while.
Yeah.
So that's why you've been going on like this. Fill airtime.
Oh, I mean, it definitely helps. So, how are we going to take it back? It is larger than the rowboat, but we could take a section of it and or its head.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just cut off a piece and then tell them the rest of the body's here.
Right. Well, I'll have to ask, like, how long it took us to get out here, but the answer's probably going to be, like, under an hour, I think.
I mean, I could hold on to it while you row back, but that might capsize the boat.
I'm sure there's nothing wrong with adding more weight to a buoyant object. That has definitely never failed anyone before.
How many uses of force field do you have left today?
2
If you
rounds.
used up all your mana.
I got 26 out of 56 left.
Well, I don't know what the math is on force field. I'm just saying, if you used up all your mana on force field, how many more force fields could you put up?
3-4 rounds of it.
Because you could hold the thing just below the water line, use the force field to create a vacuum in the water, and use that as a propulsion method to pull you along. Also, tipping your boat forwards to, keep against the weight behind it. But if you could only do it a couple more times, that would not take you an hours out.
Mm-hmm. I think right now we are resolved to take the rowboat back with as much evidence as we can. Hopefully the head, and then as much extra meat as possible.
Sure. I am
don't know
curious.
how long it took us to get out here, though, of course.
It took you half a day.
Oh, half a day. Yeah, okay. None of the meat's really going to survive. So we're taking the head.
I mean, the meat could survive. It depends.
Yeah, I mean, we could... Well, we're not setting a campfire on the boat.
Well, it also depends what section we saved. If we saved the upper half or the lower half.
Mm-hmm. Still, we're bringing back the head, because the head's the important part.
Yeah, it's a pretty important bit. So, I guess you're heading back to the village?
That's the idea. We've searched around, found what we could.
It is dark now, and you see some campfires in the village and whatnot. Most of the boats are already intact on the beach or in the dock, like the makeshift docks they made. And you have several of the Dalish seem to be just standing around, looking at the shoreline. Some people are talking, eating what looks like maybe dinner, and they're telling stories near the big campfires. Of a particular note is a lot of them seem to be in the central area
Hmm.
where the big fires are, and there's a dozen or so that's near the base of the tower, or the base of the tower. Excuse me.
Okay. So we'll go ahead, beach the boat, and Percival's going to go ahead and start approaching.
One of the elves says, "Halt! Who there? Who there?"
As I, Percival, I have returned
The Shem.
with boat and self intact, and a trophy.
A trophy.
And I'll just go ahead and make a sweep in motion back to the boat where there's just a giant serpent head hanging out.
My God. This causes a uproar and ruckus, and you see a dozen or so of the elves, looking at the boat now, and what it is, and how it, you just see the dead Thedas' head dangling from it,
Hmm.
and it's huge, it's huge. I told you it was the size of 3 towers.
Indeed, no boast there, and it was a difficult fight. We nearly lost ourselves to it, but in the end we triumphed, and I'm gloating. 13.
A lot of the elves are ignoring you completely. They're actually not a big fan of the gloating. They're just amazed that you're able to slay the beast.
Of course.
A rear, you notice an old blind elf, looking at the kill from the distance from where the fire is.
I think it was blindfolded.
Oh, yeah, blindfolded, excuse me.
He hears it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That made no sense. He hears the commotion. He says, "So you've returned."
That I have. Triumphant.
Yes. I suppose we should thank you then? Is that what you wish, Shem?
It is all that I have asked for. And nothing more.
As always, the youths waste their time with these creatures. Children, children, gather. I wish to regale you a story, one of elven dominance in the world, of elven heroes that you mustn't seek.
Ah, yeah, so he's gonna just try to sway the kids. Like, yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna mess with him.
I'm
I
not even.
instead going to.
I'm not even going to roll because there's no point in it. But
Yeah.
I assume you're going to head to the tower.
Right. I need to actually go ahead and talk to the leadership about it.
You go there, and you see the two of them. Elendril and John Chi are there, and they've heard the commotion. They've actually they said it seems that you've returned triumphant.
Indeed, it has been slayed. The island is free.
John C actually says, and you bring back the creature.
Well, the head is about all that could fit on the rowboat.
Understandable, but still a prize that is worthy of you.
Unfortunately, not a trophy I intend to lug around the entire continent.
He nods and he says, "Well, perhaps we could. We can obviously take the head from you."
Of course, it is yours.
And
I'm just
who
gonna.
said,
I'm gonna take
"Oh,
a
go
tooth
ahead.
though. You can have the head, but I'll take a tooth.
You wish a tooth as your prize."
Just proof that I killed something this big.
It seems a very strange custom, but the hunters have similar things for trophies. They usually wear them around their necks. John C. Says, if you'll excuse me, I wish to see the creature. It's out in the boat.
Indeed. And we'll go ahead. We'll walk with them, show it off. Oop. Yeah, over here by the boat.
Elendril actually stays behind.
I'm going to stay with Elendril.
All right. Elendril says, I cannot thank you enough for the help you've given us.
Yeah, there's no issue. Not much of a challenge.
You say that as if you have slain creatures like this before.
Not as big, but similar. We killed an ogre once. That was challenging.
Darkspawn.
Several.
We've been lucky. We have yet to see any Darkspawn around.
Yep. No darkspawn in this area.
And I don't know how we can be grateful, but any supplies that we do have, we are willing to share and barter with.
Could you spare information as well?
I don't know what information we could give.
I'm aware that most elven history has been lost, but perhaps you may know something about this elven foci that we're currently searching for.
You are searching for elven foci. Well, for what purpose? You notice her tone becomes very defensive.
Was Tobias an elf? No, he wasn't.
Nope.
There's a elven lord, I guess, in Starkhaven that contracted us to find some ancient relics, and one of them happened to be a elven relic, it seems.
I need you to roll a bluff, please. Because that's like half true, but like that's she does not buy that. She says, "You say an elven lord contracted you, but elven lords are not a thing in this area.
No.
Perhaps you should tell the truth."
Sure. Okay. Well, we were contracted to find the item in question, but it's possible that it may not return to the intended target and may get dropped off somewhere in the area, potentially. If it's more important that it's studied rather than hoarded.
She thinks for a minute, and she says, "What you seek is something that is lost, that is a remnant of our people. Even if I knew where it would be, why would I help you find it? It would not be going into the hands of the first. I appreciate the help that you have given us, but I cannot aid you on such an endeavor here.
Okay.
The
Well,
foci are rare as it is. Very few of the people have seen them. Fewer still understand how they work.
okay. Well, how about spirits? Can you tell me about spirits? About communicating with them? The ones that don't normally openly communicate with people.
The spirits
Maybe,
of the... You mean the spirits of the Fade?
yes. Not
Spirit...
demons, just the non-spirits.
The spirits of the Fades are their own beings, autonomous within their own rights. They follow senses of honor, duty, justice, compassion, curiosity, virtues of life. Conversing with them is often an interesting exercise. We, as the keepers, we have our own version of the Alvathan magic, ancient nature magic, as it would be called in your tongue. That allows us to communicate with the spirits of the earth and hopefully guide us in what our needs can be. It is clear you have some interest in magical qualities and perhaps training in that area.
Yes. Just I have an interest in spirits, particularly the ones that don't go back on deals or are demons. So I'm hoping to find a way to summon ones that are, well, like you said, of Earth.
One does
But
not simply one one does not simply summon spirits. The spirits would have to come to you if you are deemed worthy.
well, you have your ways. Is there a way for non-elven people to convince these spirits of cooperation?
Not roll a or how are you negotiating with this, or are you trying to persuade her?
Probably persuade more.
All right, roll the persuasion. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's not going anywhere this time.
Why?
I mean, when you get 666, what do you want from me? She says, no, not to my knowledge, at least. The spirits we communicate, the spirits that me and my first commune with, they are ones that come to us within our own dreams. We do not seek them for guidance. They seek us and give us guidance. It is the way of nature. It is why we are here.
Mm-hmm. The tower probably helps with that, doesn't it?
It does in some ways, yes.